Hey everybody, this is Robert here and I have another video for you. This time, smartphones versus other feature phones like flip phones and BlackBerry-like phones and things like that. I'm going to do the pros and cons of each. If you like these kinds of videos, please subscribe down below and hit me up with your comments. Alright, let's start with prepaid smartphones only. We're not going to do the contract stuff because that's going to run you lots of money. So let's do the prepaid smartphones, which I have one right here. This is an example of an Android smartphone that's prepaid. Like that. Okay. So the pros. They have GPS, which is probably the main feature that you may or may not need. But GPS is very, very useful. It's probably the most useful thing out of a smartphone. They also have many free apps or mobile applications. Applications that are specifically built for the smartphone or tablet, and it's very customizable. Even iOS, even Apple smartphones are very customizable with lots of skins and ringtones, and in fact you can make your own ringtones, which is really great. And also they all have touchscreen and Bluetooth connectivity, which other feature phones do not have, may or may not have. Also, you can use Wi-Fi or 3G/4G, which 4G is the newest cellular phone standard, and 4G is called fourth generation wireless technology that it's supposed to be able to bring you data fast and also have the wide coverage area. The problem with 3G is that it has a very wide coverage area normally, but it's very slow. So that's what 4G is trying to fix. And smartphones can use Wi-Fi as well, which has a very limited range, but very fast in terms of wireless connectivity. And it has a decent to a really good camera. In fact, you would take this with you most of the time. So, however, on the other side, one of the downsides of smartphones is, well, battery life, of course. It's always less battery life than any flip phone or BlackBerry-like device with less features. And you're basically making a trade-off when you're buying a phone. You're either going to have less features but more battery life, or you're going to have lots of features but less battery life, which means you're going to have to charge it more often. So with a smartphone, you have a lot of features, therefore you're going to suffer on battery life versus flip phones. And it's very wide and tall for portability, so it's not as portable as a flip phone. And sometimes, batteries can get very warm with use, and they can heat up. And of course, you've seen the recent debacle with the Samsung Galaxy Note 7, and its fire issues with even the replacement phones causing fire, because they get hot very quickly and there's a short circuit somewhere in that phone. But most smartphones nowadays come with circuit protection in terms of charging and things like that, so you can charge the phone overnight without hurting the battery much. So that's another downside of smartphones. And of course, as you can see here, smears and fingerprints on the screen. And you always get a virtual keyboard. There's very, very few smartphones that even offer a physical keyboard nowadays. Of course, and in the addition of that, autocorrect sometimes steps in when you're not intending to do that, so that's kind of difficult to text someone. So that's all I have for smartphones. Next week I'm going to talk about flip phones and feature phones. So if there are any other pros and cons, or cons, that you have of smartphones, I'm just gonna let you handle that, and just put those in the comments below. Alright, that's all for this week. Next week I will do, next video I will do feature phones and flip phones. So stay tuned. Have a great day. Goodbye.